Hello, Shishir.
Yeah.
I think we should start now because people will be live and people will be watching on YouTube live also.
Mm-hmm.
And this session is also recorded. So,
Sure.
yeah. So, hello and welcome everyone to MBA Beyond Books. And this is your Power Dose 7 session, which is the last session. And it's called Analytics for Everyone. So, I would like to introduce our today's guest, who is none other than Mr. Shishir Tiwari, who is an academic professional at GIM, which is Goa Institute of Management. He has already covered all the. I mean, he will be covering all the points that are necessary for you to know in the field of analytics. So, without much ado, I think I will just call in Shishir and let's deep dive into the topic of analytics mostly for MBA students, but I think it's for everyone. So just I'm handing over to him. Shishir, I think you should start now.
Thank you, Answer. A very good evening to all the participants. I was seeing that many people are still joining. So, in 2 minutes, I will tell a little bit more. Like I'm looking after the analytical tools and the analytics department where we are teaching the MBA graduates about what's happening recently into the analytical world. So, with connect to the education and with connect to the industry, there are various myths in the mind of the current. Aspirants, those who are switching towards data science or looking to enhance their skills into data science. And specifically today we are going to talk about a particular sector which is data analytics, because data science is very vast domain. So I would like to know from all of you like which domain you belong to. Just type in the chat box your domain: HR, marketing, IT, finance, anything. Just pop into the chat box so I would be aware about the maximum people are from which area. So I would be like having an idea towards which inclination people are. Okay, marketing. What about others? I'm from IT. So you are from can currently into education. Yes, yes, marketing, HR, finance. Come up, guys. Want to see more responses, because it's very tough to take online sessions when you are not able to see. So you can like put it into chat box from where you are. Okay, great. So there are various people from many people from marketing, and now underwriting, merchandising. Yeah, we are having a quite diverse audience. So today's topic is analytics for everyone. Entrepreneurship. Yeah, we are having some startup consultants as well. So let's start. And let me share some insights, because it's difficult to like only speak and you also get bored without having any insights here. Just a minute. So my screen is visible to everyone. Hello, can anyone respond like my screen is visible? I hope it's visible.
Yeah, it's
Okay,
visible.
okay. So as I mentioned, like the topic is analytics for everyone. So before starting, I want to tell a little bit about me. Like I worked in HR and training and development of the employees at various sectors, as in IT, automobile, BFSI. After pursuing my MTech, it's a quite a great switch into career. But yes, I'm not into the development part of technology. I'm into the operations of it. And then I'm connected with various communities like MBA Beyond Books, other like LinkedIn Local, Head Start. There are various Atal incubation centers. I'm supporting them into networking and community events. Then Google Developer Group is there, which is working for technology stuff. This is a brief about me so that you will be knowing about my background. Then let's start with the topic. What is data according to you? Because people say data is a raw form, and information can be derived from this. Many myths are there. So I want to know a few responses from you. What, according to you, what data means? Yeah, you can like unmute as well, because if I'm just speaking for half an hour or 35 minutes, then it will be a one side session. So to make it more interactive, you can like unmute and tell according to you what data means, so that I'm having a clarity. We are going to have a career in data analytics or knowing about this field, but what exactly data means according to you. Some quick answers, please.
Facts or informations.
Great, great, Rishabh. Anyone else? Okay, so uh, it's correct. Like there are various things apart from facts. There are numbers, words. Daily we interact with n number of messages, notifications, the temperature, rainfall. Everything is having its own parameters. So everything which you can see in form of numbers, words, Google Form data, stock market analysis, your bank balance, everything will just describe a certain parameters in amount of numbers or words, or any factorial thing which is a level or categorical variable, which sounds technical to you, but categorical means due to various categories it divided, like numbers, word, characters, letters. So I defined it in two parts, and it's if it's qualitative, it will be like in characters, like the messages. We are having Twitter chats, then we are having the post, LinkedIn post, the URLs. In quantitative, we are having numbers, which is very easy to sort, like stock market I mentioned, temperature I mentioned, which can be like seen into numbers, so it's classified very easily. Now coming on to the data analytics, this image depicts it all. Like we are taking the any type of data, then sorting it, then arranging it, and then presenting it in the visualization form. So I highlighted some keywords that data analytics is the process of analyzing data to enhance the productivity and business gain. That means this field is not new, it's already happening. Just the way of presentation and applying some tools and technologies has been enhanced. So this is not a new stuff, and don't need to be scared with at getting entered as a data analyst or a business analyst, because these opportunities are increasing day by day. So now we will see the applications in business domain, because it is in each and every domain you can think of. And if you see, like this chart is depicting from retail to healthcare, every sector is being covered. If you want to know any particular use case, we are covering few use cases in the talk. But then too, if some use case of your particular industry has been missed by me, then you can surely connect and ask me, like about project or what kind of thing I can do in my area or my domain. So going on to its life cycle, because it's very important to understand the whole process. Because as it's not having a one man thing, you can be a one man army into this by becoming a data scientist, but that's too technical, and that's too like you have to be good into maths, stats, everything. So this life cycle depicts the five step, which is obtain, scrub, explore, and model. Last one is interpret, which comes under model sometimes, but we will see it as a fifth part. So obtain means you are just collecting, like you are watching various webinars, collecting the information about n number of career choices, then companies, everything. Scrub means you are extracting some important things, like yesterday we seen the IPL match, or day before that. So in IPL, what they do, they don't take each and every ball. They take only number of six and fours to highlight the graph of the number of runs scored. Because in six and four, they will get a higher bar. But last three or two are not creating that high bar. So they are using number of six scored, number of fours to enhance the graph. Then they explore that what extra things are there in data. So that exploration requires various parameters. So your statistics is also required. Then comes the modeling part. Now, what happens in modeling? According to the business structure, according to the company need, according to the competitor analysis, we are having various models. Linear regression is there, clustering is there, then various kind of modeling are there. For that, you have to go a little bit deep into the little bit of mathematics, and that Then the last one is interpretation, because you and me are from marketing background. Now the analytics person is doing some analytics, so how we will understand, how the investors will understand, and how the board of members will know about the progress of the company. Then we have the visualization, in which we can see different charts. Pie chart is there, line chart, scatter plot, which shows the impact. Heat map is there. So that are all under the interpretation example. Now coming to the skill part, which is very important, because what a day you have to spend is depending upon what skills you are having in current portfolio to show the company into the interview. So let's start with the skills. So these are the tools which you must be aware of or interacted with. Excel, I guess all of you have been connected to. Python is very famous nowadays, because every machine learning or AI model has to pass through this. R is basically also a great analytical tool, but that is required onto research part or more into healthcare or bioinformatics due to its vast packages. But after Python, it's lost its popularity. But then, two people are traditionally working on R, so they are having great number of packages. Now, for many people, it may sound new that Tableau and Power BI, but now it's common everywhere. People are using it for visualization, because it provides a great capability like Excel. You can directly drag and drop your files and plot the graphs, very creative graphs. Then you must be aware about the metrics and other test, p-value test, t-test, covariance, because if you are having basic knowledge of this test, then only you will be able to interpret. I can give you a number of examples and all, but what happened in behind is checking their probability, checking their relation with the other independent or dependent variable, which depicts the other thing. Then we are having a third skill as communication, because if you are a great data scientist, doesn't matter. The main thing is to understand the problem, to interpret the problem, and then to define it to your manager that this thing I will do like this. This is my portfolio. This is my project, and I'm aligning into three parts. I will collect, clean, and then visualize the data. So making reports and making it very effective is very important. So communications plays a great role in the data science industry, because it requires a interaction at some little bit higher level, because the developer knows its terms. We are having pre-production, testing environment, then hosting, everything a developer knows. But if you go to a data analyst, they have to be having a knowledge of a developer also, a tester also, then a growth hacking marketing person also, and a sales guy also, because his problem is lying around the whole industry, not into the particular domain. So you must be aware about all the functions. This is only covered into the last point, which is domain expertise. If your project is from pharma, you can't deny that I'm not from pharma background, but as a data analyst you must be aware what kind of drug are created and what parameters are used for its evaluation to create a great strategy. So you have to learn about the other domains, and you have to be 360-degree aware about the market, what current trends are happening, which parameters are used for having measurement of which kind of things. Then coming on to the next thing, this is the main thing which you need to focus upon, where I will tell you about some of the use cases of this. All I can't cover because time is less, but you can see that how data analytics and overall the domain is data science. So every time this term data science comes before data analytics in my domain. So these are the data analytics use cases which all the big companies are using. Facebook, it's already doing the ads according to the analytics, like how many people are online and from particular area. So you will be getting the sponsored ads. That's very classical example. Now you will be thinking about this Uber, Amazon, Bank of America. So all of them are having a great database of the customers collected from the existing ones, the feedback and the recommendation. So Amazon, you can see like you are having n number of products, and you are getting daily suggestions, mails, and this sales offers just because you have visited once. or you thought to search something on Google which is already available on Amazon. So on Uber we will be having some visualization in the coming slides. Bank of America is giving the great infrastructure for the analytics part for its customer. It's telling you each and everything related to your finances. Then AIRBNB is very popular before COVID. Now they are also reframing their strategy. They are having their own analytics package into R by name of Airbnb. So you can think like how great capability these tools are having. They are having their own package. They are designing their own algorithms for analytics here. Now coming to the recommendation system, Spotify, you already know, like it's having a great precision. You can even select your mode, and then you are having songs related to it, mode, language, various other parameters are there. So not taking much time into these use cases because you will be easily getting it over internet. But how this is affecting and how basically it works, that is more important, because I can talk into great keywords and telling you about the various recent trends. But what happens at the ground level is more important, because those who are new to the field can understand this. So this is the use case of HR analytics. As there are people from HR, you can see here there are various parameters involved. So here also it is segregated into three stages. First one, you can see demographic, pay, how much engagement the employee have, how is the performance. Then they collect the data and clean it, because they don't want the leave data. And whenever something like that what we can say payroll activity, these are not required. A person's demographic is required, performance parameter are required, because they are having certain models. If they are working upon increment according to the engagement and performance, so why will they see about the attendance and leave? But if they are focused upon performance with 100% attendance, then they have to go with that parameter. So they, in the second step, they will be combining and cleaning, and in the third step they will be reporting it to the concerned talent acquisition manager. So this is also upcoming field. HR analysts are already working on to excel, but now they have redefined their processes and putting it into some ERP or analytical engine. Coming on to the next use case, which is into marketing analytics. As I mentioned that we will see the Uber use case, but before I will like to tell you in very short that what they do. They focus upon the technology and process which they can use to do the competitive analysis, because in startups you can see daily some merger or acquisition is happening. So this team play a great role which is doing marketing analytics and watching out the other company traits, other company behavior, what is exactly happening at their end. So that is also very important. Now we will see how Uber uses data to improve its service, and this is the next thing which is happening in the current scenario. They are already using it way back in 3 to 4 years before. So this graph shows the density of rides which they are getting in New York. Now this is the amount of rides they are getting in New York. You can see the red, orange, green, and yellow impact of the rides. Then you can see the second visualization, in which you can see two part. One is separate trip and second is Uber pool trip. So when there are separate trip, the number is of cars are very much. But when they opted for the Uber pool after applying analytics, so you can see the reduced traffic density here. That's a great application of analytics, because they mapped some common routes into the common area, so it get decreased also. Then, for the people who are into digital marketing, they already know that Google Analytics and various other tools are available, which shows great parameters like bounce rate, like rate, how much turnout ratio is there, what is a per click amount you have invested. LinkedIn is a great platform. They are also having their sales navigator. All these things come under the digital marketing analytics. So there is a analytics domain for digital marketing as well, because all data generated from digital media is getting connected to this Google Analytics or some engine or some service. And some companies are working on this data just because to create some specified content, because everything is around content nowadays. But if you are not connecting it with your audience, then you are not getting any views. Like YouTube videos also, you see, if it's connected to some particular hashtag keyword, then only it will be getting views. If you put anything, so it won't get any traction there. So the analytics of your marketing is also very important over the digital media, because you are having n number of digital accounts but not monitoring it. So that's of zero use. Then coming on to the growth and prospects, which many people want to ask, that you have talked very much about the use case, about the application, and each and everything. But what number of growth opportunities we are having? So this is I collected from one of the some infographic, that these roles are available in data science. Specifically, as a data analyst, also there are various roles. As you can see, metrics analyst, then you can say risk analyst. So there are various kind of analyst roles available as per the industry, as per the domain. So there is a lot of opportunity in this domain in upcoming time as well. Now, coming on to the pay part, which is very much important on the timeline. So this is the data we are having of 2018. Now it has changed also, little bit increased also, but again due to COVID, it is normalized. So as an entry level fresher, you can expect above 5 lakhs package. Then if you are a mid level corporate, you can expect around 7.7 CTC. So this is the more than a little bit average, because developers are not getting that amount after putting 4 years also into the domain. And as an analyst, you won't require to be a master's also. After bachelor's, you can take the courses, select the domain, and start working into this. Then we will come on to the current trending technology which is happening. So you will be listening every day some or the other thing, like AI, ML, big data. This great keywords are used by companies like Google, Apple, Amazon, every other company. Netflix is recommending. So these are the just the buzzwords, but if you see it on the ground level, they are just the very old technology. We can say AI is very old. They are just using some tools to create and predict it. So, in simple words, if you want to understand, machine learning is something you teach some digital device by giving some patterns or previous data to behave similarly on basis of patterns. This is machine learning. And AI is a very broader term which incorporates machine learning and big data into it, because AI, we can say, example of chatbot or robot. So it can do other things also apart from the learning part. It will predict you also what you want in future according to the demand and according to the behavior. Now I want to show you some great visualization which will be created after analytics of data. So just a minute. This is the visualization, out of sight, out of mind, and it's the number of drone bombs attacked on Pakistan. So you can just see like how many lives have gone from 2004. They collected the data, and it goes till 2015. So this is the number of drone attacks happened, number of drone bomb attacks which killed various civilians, and many casualties happen. So this infographic they created by collecting the data from some US agency and some investigation bureau. So this is an infographic. I will share you the link also to the participants, those who are interested. So it will start from 2004. Then they are taking year-wise data like COVID graphs you see nowadays. So they are having the information also of the victims, that this number of victims are there, and they attacked this number of attacks are happening into which month and which year. So this is the power of analytics, and you can like see the how the analytics is applicable into each and every domain. So from my side, I covered the basic application part and other things. Now you can ask any question you want to ask from the domain which we have covered. So I'm open for question and answer because if anything is missed, I'm not aware like which domain you want to particularly focus upon.
Yeah, I think that was a great presentation, Shishir, and it was very insightful. And you covered most of the domains, be it the skills that are required or the future prospects of the industry. And definitely, those use cases will add to the knowledge base of not only those who want to venture into data analytics, but other fields as well, because you just can't escape data, be it marketing, HR, or anything. So, I would urge everybody to ask questions.
Those who
In the
want to
chat,
type,
yeah, in the chat box,
yeah,
there's one question from
okay,
Yathansh.
okay.
Please explain the SMAC.
Yatansh, can you please break that word SMAC because into technical process, various things can be like addressed as SMAC. So what your SMAC means, and if it's purely a great technical or a RPA related term, then we can discuss it apart from the panel because others are not from the same background. Okay, okay. Social media analytics cloud. Yeah, so in digital marketing slide, as I mentioned, they are using various kind of services like nowadays Hadoop is used as a data cloud. So Hadoop is having all capability of storing big data. So all the social media companies are having this kind of setup. So what exactly your question is? This is the technology, we can say it's a framework which is basically integrating the current digital activity over the cloud. If you want more information regarding the modeling of it, then you can connect it later. And if you want to know about the opportunities into this, you start learning analytics, and this social, mobile, and cloud are just the infrastructure level thing. And thank you for asking the question. Rishabh, how can analytics be used in the field of lending and mortgage? Rishabh, financial analytics is a great field where they are using all the previous data of the mergers and acquisition happened. You search about the Thomson and Reuters, they are providing a great dashboard. So what the companies are having, they are having their mergers and acquisition on basis of the previous records also, not the current situation. They study a great like we have one branch in finance which is investment banking. They do lot of market research before doing any other thing into number of finances, and they are having a great data with them around 20 years data, minimum 20 years data they easily get from this online portals related to finance. So they use it to create the upcoming thing, what is the present value and what future value they can bid. So in lending and mortgage also they will be having certain parameters. So there they will be obviously using the financial analytical tools. Any other person from marketing, HR, IT, those who are having any confusion related to the career or so.
There's one question.
Amit, how can we use or integrate in C2C e-commerce platform? You can use it for your marketing, you can use it for your advertising, then you can use it for your feedback. Basically you can use Google Analytics to integrate it with your website so that you will be knowing from where customers are coming. Then you can create campaigns on the social media platform by doing digital marketing. And there are great landing pages which provide you the buying and doing the online payment also, so that digital gateway provide you the payment facility also. Now coming to the feedback part, which is very important and many companies miss that. You can go to that feedback loop by putting the social media into play, like you have purchased, so what are your views. Again you are using the same customer data to give them more offers, what other big players are doing. So if you are C2C based, you are obviously having your product base changing into quarters or yearly basis. So you can target the same customer to provide the referral link, which is the best thing I can suggest. So this is the a modeler which I mentioned you in short, that how you can integrate all things. And there are various tools for doing this digital marketing analytics. They will provide you each and every data from starting of the campaign till the feedback. Hope I answered your question. Okay, welcome. Any other question from? Yeah, can you suggest any tool to learn data analytics in financial service so that I can filter out information that I need? Excel is the basic tool which you can use, because in Excel, stock market people are creating their algorithms to predict the stock. So Excel is having a great feature, 360-degree functionality. When the number of data increase, then you will be requiring some other stuff. But just to filter the data or analyze the data, if you want a real analysis, you can go for Python, but it requires little bit expertise. But Excel will solve your purpose. Go to Excel, create dashboards there, and if you require great visualization to do a research and to show to your upper management, Tableau is the best thing. Next question, anyone is having? Because what happens is, if you are like they are very specified questions, so every use case is having different tool and different algorithm, so we can't just say that this is data analytics, collect the data and then visualize. That is very basic thing. But if you master on Excel, advanced Excel, if you know, like creating the dashboards, the pivot, the this VLOOKUP and all, it will solve your purpose, because everyone is having data but they don't know how to create insights out of it, and they directly jump down to the visualization before cleaning it and doing other things. So they get the problem, because they see that only some rows or columns are there, but how to create benefit out of it. So that's where the analytics play a role. You have to study that domain, you have to study the parameter as well. Yeah, someone. Again, the same question. Can you please specify your domain, or you are asking in general? In general, Vishesh, it's really like tough to say, but then to basic tools you must know, which is related to statistical analysis like SPSS or R. If you are going on to some very precise role, which is financial analytics or market research into some company like JP Morgan or Deloitte, so they expect you to be having a little bit hands on onto advanced Excel plus basics of Python, because they are having various tools which requires only a single line of code. But they want to know, it's not technical coding languages, they are analytical tools. So as a tool you must be aware about R, Python. Excel they won't ask, because you are already having great work on it into your profile. So R and Python basically, then understanding about the models, regression. As a machine learning is having various model, but at least linear regression and covariance, some keywords related to statistics. Like if you are having a certain population, they will give you a use case, this is the use case, this company wants to invest in this firm, they are having this data. Now what will you do, what parameters you will apply, what patterns you will see. So you must be aware about the some models of machine learning, basic tools of analytics as in R and Python. Then you must be aware about that company's background, that from which sources they are connected to, what are their client base, so you can suggest them some recommendation system also. Hope I would your doubt is cleared. Yeah. Plus, this field, as I mentioned, if you see data science field, it is having n number of roles. Some people are just working on Excel, and some are only creating model. They are not knowing where this model is going to be fitted. Their stock market analysis model is created. How much data they are putting into it, they are not aware. So there are various stages, and if you are starting as a fresher, you must know a little bit about all the things. But as you asked for the interview, we also train our students, be aware with your project, portray something which you did already, a certification or an internship. Then the interview will be focused upon to your listings, not as a field as a whole. So you must be having some portfolio to show that I have worked upon this thing.
There's a question from
Yeah.
Anshul. How does a non tech background individual go about learning data analytics?
Yeah, Anshul. So, non-tech background is means tech background is not needed even. This is a great myth in data science and data analytics. People are saying, "Oh, it's very technical. The modeling is there. The structuring of algorithm is there." Nothing is there. If you know Excel, if you know English, you can jump into this field because we are having a batch of 120, out of which 40 to 50 people are non-tech. So if you can start with Excel, you can create a dashboard in Excel itself. Then you can go to R, because R is a analytical tool. It won't require much coding stuff. You are having inbuilt packages. You just call the package. If you want summary, you type summary. You will be getting summary. If you want sum, type sum. So it's very means a high level language. We can easily do that. So if you want to start, you can go with the basic courses on Udemy, the basic beginners one of the data analyst, or on Cloudera also various things are available. But again, my thing is specialize your field. In data analyst, if you want to go in HR analyst, marketing analyst, sport analyst, there are various further domains. So if you are non-tech background, it's very easy to go into it, because this is the thing which is coming into each and every domain. If you are marketing manager, then too you are working with data. If you are finance manager, then too you are concerned with the data. If you are a startup consultant, then also you are requiring data to evaluate the startup, because when parameters and data is there, so this field is like, you go to every field, you will be seeing a lot of data. And if you are having a analytical mindset, you will be having a great edge over the other colleagues. So you can take certificates, but from the reliable sources, so that you can mention it like, I'm having this bachelor's and then I did certification into this and created this dashboard. So this time also you can utilize into learning that. Hope I answered your question.
Shishir, I would also like you to touch upon the topic campaign management and marketing automation. I mean, how important is data analytics in these two fields?
Okay, so campaign management basically starts with the purpose of what is your product exactly, product or service. So there are various surveys and polls happen. If you see that elections are also biased, so how they do that? They study the mindset of the voters, what they want. They want education better, health services better. So before going to the campaign management, there are survey forms created to know the interest area of particular audience, to understand the demographics. It's like you are not pitching iPhone into the tier 3 cities. So there are various parameters which you need to be having data prerequisitely before launching the campaign. So their surveys are used. Then after the cleaning of that data and predicting like this number of people are available here, then you create your campaign according to the records and according to the polls. Then you will be having a clear mindset that where I'm pitching this. Then you put the number of what we say. Uh, there are various kind of tools which are available there to track your activity when your campaign is running onto Facebook and LinkedIn also. Because if you put certain budget, you are expecting some ROI out of it. So there are various analytical tools which are giving you a brief insight that per click you are required to invest this much amount, X amount or Y amount, that you have to give it. Then it will be charging you based upon to that. So the campaign management is very much integrated with the audience survey and the demographic analysis.
Sure. Anybody else?
Hi,
You
Shishir.
can
A
also,
great
yeah.
presentation, by the way. I have a question. Anshul this side.
Yeah, Anshul.
So, I have a non-tech background. So whenever I hear about it and analytics and everything, I'm basically confused. So there is a difference between data science, big data, and data analytics. So are they related, or are they like the same keywords? I mean, it gets me confused.
Okay, so I want to start the conversation from this point only. But as I mentioned into the slide, which is this trending tech, so I request everyone to please a little bit focus upon to this area, which is very nice confusion, and you want clarification onto it. So if we see big data is just the normal data, but the amount is very much. So they addressed it as big data. No one knows how big it is. For me, it can be 1 TB for Amazon, and that is one or 100 zettabyte. So that is only a keyword which is given to the particular technology or framework, because in big data there is various frameworks available. You can work upon the whole size of data. Before this we are having website and servers, all of you are aware. There are various data warehouses, we keep our website and backend is the server. But now after cloud, there is a great space available where you physically don't want anything to be hosted. Your computing is distributed. Google is also using your computational power. Now, this is going to be a little bit technical for non tech people, but then to your RAM is being used by other internet services because you are connected to that whole loop. Now, that whole loop is created and everyone is having access to every other data, but your computational power, not the data, the computational power is being utilized over internet, and it's the big data. First thing. Second thing, coming on to the this uh, data analytics. When you are having data, you are doing something with it. Like I see the number of people joining us before the call are 8 to 10. Now it's between 15 to 20. After my conversation, maybe it again drop. So I go to certain conclusion that at the time of Q&A, maximum people get benefited and number of users increased. I did simple calculation. I took the average, plotted the graph. This is analytics. If like you approach to 10 people for giving job, you got rejected in 7, then you can say my success ratio is 30%. Basic calculation in mathematics. If I'm having 500 rupees in my bank account, I'm going for shopping and saved 150 rupees. That's analytics, because I purchased some product in 350 which is available on other brands in 450 or 600. So I did a quick analysis, take the data of 4 products, created a portfolio that I am having 500. I want a price value little bit than this. This is analytics, because you have certain goal in your mind and you did some calculation onto available numbers, data, whether it's a qualitative or quantitative. Then you arrived to some decision. This is data analytics. Now coming on to data science. So data science is the more broader term of this whole domain. So that covers data analytics also, artificial intelligence, machine learning, all keywords which you are listening from, like we can say the last decade, they are evolving. The blockchain is there, AI, machine learning, neural networks, anything which you are thinking, because everything which is having data comes under the data science field. So you don't confuse it with being a very technical field. So it's a general management term which is evolved now and have some backend of tools and technology. That's why people are worried about this, that it's too technical. So data science is just a branch, we can say, a discipline which incorporates something which is related to data, using it to do the predictive, prescriptive, descriptive, or any kind of analytics at any interval of time. So this is the thing. Hope I am able to clear your doubt in terms of the terminologies.
Yes, yes, Shishir. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Okay. Apart from like Anshul, anyone else from the like who want to join and have some certain roadblock into mind that this field require this kind of technology, so I'm thinking not to go for it. Or some people just do the certification and waiting for like companies to come. So you have to work upon it. Only certification won't work. Or you are having the upgrade course which will give you the job also with the certification. So it's your choice. You are having only certification, that means you are having only data, but you have worked on some project. You can take any data set. Kaggle.com is the best resource where you can see the other analytical stories depicted. For MBA students also, they need to solve the case study. So if you are solving the case study as other people are doing, it's not that competitive or that different. But if you go to some databases, open databases, search some old case study or old database which is available for around 5 to 10 years, pull that data, then go to the case study, and then create some visual graphics in that, and then tell your findings, decisions, and conclusion, that this is the loophole there. we find the data and you can give the credit to the resource websites. So there are various case studies also available in analytics, that how they created their marketing campaign, how they got impacted from this, how they use their feedback and customers data, and how the current customers are a negative marketer for them because they are not buying even and they are doing the false marketing. So you can do you can play with data, and now companies are investing very much into their analytical team. Even you can see the news channels are also coming to the college for placement. ABP is there, Z5 is there. They are having great number of customer metrics, but they don't have people to sort it out and tell that किस time पे कौन सा show चलाना है in news channel, or some prediction kind of thing, that at what time youngsters are coming to watch a certain web series, or where we can put the offers. So like after 12 minutes that IPL will start, so you can also see they use the cricketers also for only for the advertisements in the break. Why? Because you are seeing the same person and the reliability of the person is in your mind. So at least 40% have switched to Play Store and typed Dream 11, those who haven't, in past 2 days, just to see that what idea they are having. They are not knowing what is the analytics, what is anything. But Dream 11 is pure game of analytics. You choose your parameters, you apply your engine, and then you put some money. So it will work as a data analytics engine. Then whatever result will come will give you the output. So it's only predictive analytics. So they are like modifying it so that it could be legal also and it could be useful for others also, and they are making money. So this is the business model simply. And various startups are just aggregating various data sources and providing consultancy services to the firms by telling them that this kind of models can be created. So that kind of work also you can do if you are good into management or strategy. You can take people into your team from analytic background, or you also can learn it and then create some great reports to tell them about very precise thing. Like some banking startups are there, those who are telling you your spend analytics, which is very important for an corporate. Every time you are running out of the date and having the credit card limit exceeded, that app is telling you on 10th of your month how much amount you would spend. It depends, like you are free to spend, but that app is mentioning you that please stop, you will be out of money after 25th, so please use it wisely. And you can enter your expenses as food, bills, everything is there because you are using Google Pay. It's integrated with the UPI, so you don't need to even tell that I am doing this payment, irrespective if you have paid in cash. That is not monitored there. So everything is depicted there, and they are getting huge fundings also because in finance there are various good startups coming for advising the customers for the policies and all. That is happening previously also, but this customer based analytics for having the play on the amount he is having, investment analytics we can say, that's very good domain to work upon and think upon. And the best thing is internet is here, so you won't be deprived of data in coming decades. You are increasing your space from 128 GB to 512 GB. In future you will be carrying 1 TB extra phone with you because you are having lots of data. So you are having two phones, one as a drive and one as the chip, because now size is decreasing and storage is increasing. So it's like a great domain, I would say. If anyone is not interested even, than to search about it, that something useful will came into your mind, because this is the added skill which you are having onto your profile, which will be helpful in your career as well, and makes your life easy. You can do analytics into Google spreadsheet. Go to Google spreadsheet, put your data. There is one button at right bottom, explore. Do you don't need to do anything. That explore button will give you the suggestion what you want to do. You want average, you want analysis, you want line chart. Just type it. No coding, nothing. So that you can try. And there are various other models also available. So on the last page I have mentioned my LinkedIn is the best place to connect, and you can like anytime connect me also after 5:30. So I hope I have answered all the queries, and I would be happy enough to be a part of this great community. And not as a guest but as a member of the community. I want all of you to go through the page also and to connect to the activities, because this is the starting of the community. This is the power pack week 7th. I am the analytics person, so they put me by analyzing all the things so that I can brief all the domains. So that's why I am coming at the last. So I would request all to go to the page MBA Beyond Books on LinkedIn and then connect, because we are having great number of activities coming apart from education. What you need to focus on, that all parts will be touched. So thank you for the opportunity, Anchal. I guess now no more questions are there,
Thank you so
so
much,
it's
Shishir.
over to you.
Yeah,
It's a great
yeah, great session, Shishir. And if any other questions are there, then you can definitely connect with Shishir, or you can connect with our community, MBA Beyond Books. And with this, we come to the end of Power Packed Week. We had, hello, I think hello,
yes, yes,
my
you're audible.
network. Yeah. Yeah, I'm saying with this, we come to the end of a Power Packed Week. We had 7 sessions from 7 industries, and 7 leaders addressed all your queries. This was just an introductory week, but we'll definitely have more sessions and we'll dive deep into all the fields. So stay tuned and be a part of MBA Beyond Books as a community, and we'll have many such sessions in future. Yeah, you have already. So you can check the LinkedIn account of Shishir. He has already mentioned it in his chat, in our chat. So that's it. Thank you, Shishir, for a great session. It was very insightful. Thank you, everyone, for coming.
Thank you, Achal, and thank you the participants also to show great interest into the topic and asking the questions, because nowadays if questions are not coming, that webinar is of no use. You can